Care International's Senior Humanitarian Advisor on Gender and Protection, Susie Madigan, joins me now to discuss this. We were just talking to a Ukrainian MP a short while ago who said that she'd been hearing first-hand accounts of women who'd suffered abuse around the areas of Bucha and Hostomel. What are Care International hearing?
Well, I mean, we know that sexual violence in conflict is a major issue globally, from Ukraine to Afghanistan, Democratic Republic of Congo. So we are extremely concerned about the reports that we're hearing, and obviously would hope for investigations into that very soon. But also, we call on all parties to the conflict to recognise and respect international humanitarian law. Even in the case of war, there are rules, and violations against civilians, infrastructure needs to stop immediately. So also crucially, survivors of sexual violence, which there of course will be in Ukraine, as there are unfortunately in conflicts across the world, those people who are the victims and survivors of sexual violence need to be given support very quickly as well. It's an immediate medical emergency, and so immediately protection measures need to get in, and people need to be able to access medical services within 72 hours at least.
And it's not just sexual violence inside Ukraine, is it? There's also the concern about trafficking. I was down there on the border with Poland a few weeks ago, and it struck me how many of the women coming across were incredibly vulnerable. They'd been through a really traumatic time. They might have young kids with them. A lot of them just looked absolutely shell-shocked. And there are people that will prey on them there.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a range of gender-based violence, if we refer to it like that, risks in conflict and any type of emergency. So as soon as somebody becomes reliant on other people for the basics they need to survive, that makes them vulnerable. And unfortunately, notwithstanding the incredible outpouring of support that we've seen from people on the borders, unfortunately, that there are others who will take advantage of that, both within the conflict, theatre of war itself, and also, in neighbouring countries.